Hi, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with a series, maybe 3 or 4 videos that I wanted to put out, so you just to let you know what I do, because I know in the Christelle Martinette introduction to the videos, you'll see Reiki master, soul therapist, and what is this soul therapy? So I thought that it would be useful for me to give you a series of short videos and talk about individual services that I have, and then direct you to another YouTube channel if you're interested, and there I'll be posting regular case studies of the work that I do. Now, the first thing I want to talk about today was a service that I provide. It's a past life regression, and it is a let's say it is, of course, a service that is particular. It's past life regression is a theme. It's an expression of therapy that groundbreaking psychiatrist Dr. Brian Weiss, that you may have heard of, spearheaded. And he did do research into past life regression using hypnosis to lead his patients back in time to their earliest memories. And then he tried even farther back, sending them farther back till they entered different periods of times in history to past lives. And this made it possible to examine the client themselves experiences that perhaps what is believed and what I believe firmly lies at the basis of their current problems today and their phobias. And the main idea here, the assumption is that if you can in some way connect your current fears and issues, problems that you're having, to a past life, it will help you remove them in your present life, and doing this practically on your own. Now, this calls, of course, into question the premise of reincarnation. Now, while reincarnation is considered to be a universal concept that may apply to all people, the laws that govern reincarnation are not. So these laws are based on karma. Karma plays an important role in determining what kind of life a person would have in the present and in their next life and their next lives. So the qualities of a person's new life will completely depend on their karma, or putting it simply, on things done in the past life. And this, I like to say that it's universal justice at its fairest. And according to Buddhist teaching, when a person dies, their body decays, but its energies take up another form in the universe. And what does this mean about karma? What about karma? It's always a difficult concept, karma. In order to make sense of karma in terms of past life regression, we can think of a person's soul as a box, a collection of karmic imprints. In other words, every choice you make, and everything done are collected and stored in this box, in this soul blueprint. And what does that mean? What's the impact of karmic imprints on your soul's blueprint? And more importantly, how can tapping into this blueprint and these imprints that is made on your soul, how can it help us? Now, the memory of our past lives is stored in the subconscious minds. And you can go take a look, or you'll find a lot of information on past life regression and the history of past life regression. Past life regression helps us unlock mental resources through hypnosis. access that part of the mind that holds the answers to your own questions. I'm a hypnotherapist. I work with hypnotherapy in many different ways. This is one of the ways. And this service, after initial consultation, a series of emails to understand the issues, I prepare your past life regression session. And the session usually lasts about 1 to 2 hours. And I use digital pen technology to record the session when we are on a Skype session. And I make it available to you in the future so you can always have it whenever you need it. Now, just that's about the service. Let me talk a little bit about a case that I've had, and just to give you an example. And every now and then I'll post case studies, of course, with the permission of the client. One client came to me, and her issue, this just very briefly, she had lost her husband previously, a year and a half prior to when I saw her. He had fallen ill. He was dealing with a sickness for about 5 years. And the man, her husband, then passed away. They had spent nearly 30 years together. And she had children with this man. She then since was able to finally get out into a social life and started meeting people. A beautiful woman, a gorgeous woman, a very, very beautiful woman. And she naturally just, attracted people. But what she found, and it was, she just couldn't make heads or tails of it, because she was no longer in her 20s or 30s when, she had a different way of going about dating or meeting people, And what was happening over and over again was that she would meet a man. She was heterosexual, and they would spend about a week together, a very quick relationship. They would have sexual contact immediately, and it would become very, very, very close, and then she would disappear. She herself would say, no, I can't take this person, and she would disappear. And this went on for about, I could say, the first year. So it was a year and a half after her husband had passed away. And then the 6 months prior to when I saw her, when I met her, she had met a man who was from her past, from before her husband. It was one of her, I think it was actually her first love, okay? And she ended up marrying her husband. It was a choice that she had made. She saw him right after they got married, and she just stayed in her marriage. He surfaced all of a sudden, and they started seeing each other again. And the way they interacted was similar in many respects. They spent a whole week on a vacation together somewhere, and then she just got cold feet. She just couldn't take it, and then left. And he was trying his best to contact her, sitting, talking, and she was able to, but then, was not able to. And so we got together, I consulted with her, I took notes, and then I prepared her session. And many times it takes 2 sessions, right? Almost all of the clients that I have that I've worked with have only worked on 1 session with me, and after I give them access to the recording, their issue, they keep in touch, but their issue is, resolved for them, and they come back for different type of sessions that I'll speak of in other videos. But with this one client, I'll call her Maria. With Maria, we spent in the session roughly an hour, 45 minutes, and then an hour. It was about an hour. During that hour, she regressed to 3 different past lives. And what was interesting is that in every past, what typically we do, since the person is in an alpha state, they recall everything they say. And then when I take you out of the hypnosis, you're wide awake, rested, and you can interact and remember perfectly what happened. And as soon as I took her out of hypnosis, Maria said, wow, I never realized how strong my male side was. All right, now you have this gorgeous woman, gorgeous, gorgeous, very, very feminine, petite woman. And after her husband died, who was sick, like I said, 5 years, she had a lot on her plate, and she has 4 children. And so, the difficulty was there. While we were working on the session, she had regressed to 3 different lifetimes. And in all lifetimes, I asked her what she saw, what kind of shoes she was wearing, what did she look like. In all these lifetimes, she was wearing men's clothing. And she realized it after she came out, because she herself had described the color of the clothes, the fabric, even the fabric, and where it was. And, it was quite interesting for her to come out. And this is typical of these sessions. Clients come out, and they themselves, it's as if, a light bulb turns on in their head, over their head, and they immediately get it. They get it. That's what happened. So this was just Maria. This was a case. As time goes on my other this YouTube channel, because I'll be posting on both YouTube channels, Multiple Voices Soul Work YouTube channel. I'll be posting videos that deal with a little more in-depth work and bring a case each time so you can get an idea. And perhaps there'll be something there that you would be interested in. Thank you for listening, and till we see each other again. Bye-bye. This is Christelle Martinette.